Hey you beautiful people, long time no see, and welcome to my first 3.16 video. So today we're going to be doing a farming strategy and testing out the new nodes in Lira. So let's get straight into my setup. So they added 3 new nodes in 3.16 for Expedition because it's gone core now, and these are the Distinguished Demolitionist, which gives us explosive radius and increased number of explosives in areas, Ancient Writings, which gives us 40% chance to have an additional suffix modifier, and +2 Remnants, which lets us really juice up the expeditions. And then we also have Buried Knowledge, which gives us increased number of runic monster markers and increased quantity of expedition logbooks in the area. So this also adds a lot more monsters and gives us a higher chance to get some good stuff basically. So yeah, we're taking these obviously because we're going to be farming expedition today, and we're also taking the bestiary nodes, which are the big game, and the Great Migration, which can go hand in hand with these, because if you get logbooks, you can get the Fenumal Plague Arachnid, and you can split the logbooks and sell them for effectively double the price. So, yeah, those are my setups for the Atlas passives. That's what I'm going to be rolling with today. For my Watchstones, I'm not too rich, guys, because I was a bit ill at the start of League Start, so I didn't really have that hype that everyone else had. So I've taken it a bit slow. So I'm using these Gamblers, Platinum Lira, Arfane Watchstones. You can also use Bestiary Watchstones if you really want. But these ones give us increased quantity of vendor refresh currencies, so the Astragali, the coins and stuff like that. And I'm using 4 of these with the Tier 2 roll. I got these for about 40C each. Obviously, not Tier 1. Tier 1 goes up to 20%, which is a lot better. But yeah, just rolling with these for the sake of my bank balance right now. So yeah, I've got 4 of those, and then we are pairing that with the Uncharted Realms. So I have the Secret of the Stones, which is effectively the only Uncharted Realms passive that you need for this strategy to increase the effect of the Watchstone modifiers. We're not going to be using Sextants or anything like that because I am not very rich. You can also throw in Remnants of the Past, so you get some Elder and Shape Guardian maps, since we're just going to be running straight maps. Yeah, so I'm going to do 50 of these maps with Bestiary Scarabs and Gilded Expedition Scarabs to always proc the Einhar. And yeah, just 50 Gilded. Let's get into the caster breakdown and just stuff real quick before I jump in and time skip. So, yeah, jumping into it. The total cost for this is 955 Chaos. 50 Gilded Scarabs cost me 650C. The 4 times Tier 2 Artifact Stones are about 160C if we price those. And the Rusted Bestiary were 145C for 50 of them. 1X is currently 96C. This is my Artifacts tab before I run these 50 maps, so we can see the changes that I get, the amount of artifacts that I get after I'm done. And yeah, I'm also going to just note down how many encounters I get, which ones I get, which one's the most common. It's obviously going to be Gwenin that's going to be the most common, but we'll see after that. So yeah, that's just about it for the intro, guys. I will get to the loot and maybe even show you a little setup video. I don't know. Yeah, see you in a sec. Okay guys, so when it comes to actually setting up the expeditions in your maps, you want to try and get the remnants with the most valuable suffixes in as early as possible. The reason for this is the way expedition works is the modifiers will apply to the mobs after the explosion. So for instance, if I have this in first over here, this will now apply to every single mob after the first explosion. And then if I take, say, these ones second over here, these will apply to every mob after this explosion, but not these mobs. So yeah, you want to try and get the best mods in as early as possible. You also want to try and get as many of these big monster markers in as possible, as these are like the rare and magic mobs in Expedition, which obviously have better loot than the little ones. So just bear that in mind. So let's carry on, let's crack on with this. This is not the best layout, to be honest for you. It's a bit crangled because it is Ancient City. But you do want to typically try and get some open maps to do these in. The closed maps are quite, well, crangled because the layouts can make you go up and down, and you'll just end up wasting like 2 of these explosives and you won't be able to fit everything in. You can pretty much always fit everything in on a open map, so we can get all of these in here, try and get that in as well. Then we have an extra explosive here. We've already got pretty much every single marker in, I believe, so we're just gonna see where we don't have anything. Yeah, let's just put it right next to the Tusion. Actually, there's some big ones down here we've missed. So now that pretty much has absolutely everything on this whole Tusion in. If you look down here, this will show you all of the mods, all the modifiers that we have on our current expedition once we press it. So yeah, this one's quite easy, to be fair. Damage from monsters hits can freeze and stuff like that. Might mess my minions up a tiny bit. But yeah, it's fine. So let's detonate it, and then I'm going to try and stay away from this as I am a summoner, so these mobs will mess me up quite quickly. And as you can see, I've already got 2 coins in there, 3 coins. So yeah, this is going to be a nice one. Hopefully I don't die, and I should just put a port up since I am a softcore gamer, lol. So yeah, get to it. Nice and casual. Get Val Summon Skellies out there. Stay nice and far back. It looks like a full-on war. It's like Game of Thrones, isn't it? Last season, am I right? What a letdown. Yeah, now you can really see how juicy these expeditions are. And just dodge that real quick. If you're wondering what build I'm playing, guys, it is my own Fizz Skelly Summoner. And yeah, it can do all content. It's pretty nice. Quite tanky as well. I've built it up so it has pretty high block chance. And also a lot of armor. We are using the brass dome so we don't take any crits, and we have 80% res. So yeah, very tanky summer build. But yeah, enough flex in the build. It's yeah, that's basically the setup for the expeditions. So I will see you when I've finished all 50 of them. See you in a sec. Okay guys, so I'm back. I've finished running all 50 maps, and now let's take a look at the loot tab. So if I can click my stash. So yeah, the loot in this tab is just specifically the drops that I got purely from the expeditions themselves. I just wanted to see basically whether the expeditions could yield more profit than our total investment just simply by themselves. So this doesn't include any loot from the maps, the serious runs and stuff that I got just from doing the content. So expedition wise, yeah, very, very good. As you can see, we got 2 raw exalted orbs down here because obviously there are nodes that give you chance for additional currency. A lot of stack decks in here. This is predominantly the best currency that you can farm there because there are a lot of stack deck nodes that you get with the remnant modifiers. We also got 18 logbooks, as you can tell. A lot of these are black scythe, so that is very, very good because they're the most valuable ones along the Knights of the Sun one. So yeah. As for the vendor reroll currency, we have 157 Astragali, 90 exotic coinages because we had a lot of Tusion. That is a lot of coins. And we also have 19 burial medallions and 25 scrap metals. So let's jump into the spreadsheet and just look at how long it took me to do this and our exact profit and whatnot right now. So as for our overall encounters, we had 8 Danigs, 19 Tusions, 13 Gwenons and 10 Rogs, so Tusion being the most common for me. Now that might be an anomaly because honestly I expected Gwenon to be way higher. But yeah, happy with that result, you know what I mean. Time investment wise, 6 hours is all it took. My build, as you probably saw from the clip where I set one up, is not the fastest farmer for mapping and stuff. It's more of a boss farmer. So this is pretty good for me. You could definitely do this faster if you have a stronger build than I do. But yeah, jumping into artifacts before and after. As you can see, we had obviously Tusion being the most common, so we got quite a lot from him. Almost 5,000 lesser black scythes, almost 4,000 common, and yeah, we got 500 grand as well. So if we decide to reroll them and we get some exalts and stuff like that, we will be able to buy them. These are no longer tradable, otherwise this would be huge money if they were tradable. But yeah, this is still fine. Gwenon, we pretty much doubled our... the only one that I really care about because this is the one that you use to buy belts, and I am going to be trying to buy a Mage Blood soon. I'm going to do like 500 rerolls for a upcoming video after I find about 10,000 of these, so if you want to see that, feel free to hit the sub button, easy plug. Anyway, carrying on, ignore my shameful self right there. Now, vendor currency wise, we have 587.5 chaos back in total. These are bulk prices, so Astragali is 0.5 per one usually, but once you have over 100 you can sell them 1 for 1, so 157c there, but I'm obviously going to keep them. Exotic coins also 4c each in bulk, as well as the burial medallions 4c because these are great currency. In my opinion, 4c for an exotic coin isn't worth it because you'll usually make more than that re-rolling. The only problem in this league is obviously that you could probably run out of this currency. So I'm going to re-roll until I run out of currency, and then I will probably sell the rest maybe, I don't know. And then also scrap metal 12.5c because, you know, ROG. Anyway, moving on from that, 587.5c in total, 291 in total drops of vendor currency. So yeah, the Watchstones really picking up some slack there. Yeah, almost there. Logbooks wise, we got black scythes, I-81 plus, so these are very valuable. We have 14 of them. These are obviously not split, so you could split these and then double this value. Selling them on bulk on TFT. This is the TFT price. The usual price is about 35 chaos each if you look on trade. However, if you were to sell them on TFT, people do pay more just for the convenience sake. So you can sell them about 40 to 50 chaos each depending on your quantity. So 14, I value this at 43c because that's how much I would sell them for if I was going to. So that'd be 602 chaos there. Also, the Knights of the Sun one would be, I put this at 35c because I only have 2, and then Order and Druid are at 20c each. So, yeah, there. 712 chaos in total, just like this. Not actually splitting them. You could obviously double the black side value if you split them and then sell them in bulk, which I've done a little profit thing for over here as well, which I'll show you later on. As for the beasts, so the bestiary scarabs are 145 chaos for 50. So Einhar paying me back 227C just from the beasts themselves. As you can see, yeah, we got 5 Fenimals, so that's 5 free splits for my black scythes as well. Fenimals are only 16C and logbooks are 43C, so you do the maths. It's kind of obvious to split them, right? So yeah, 227C there. That's really all you get. I got the Krakic Vassal, which is 34C as well. Well, 17C per one, which is the corrupt one, obviously, so you can do an easy 6 link without breaking your item, and the Krakic Chimeral as well, which is the imprint, which is 37C at the moment, and a few Cobras, which is the one used to slam maps, which people are also buying for their Scourge maps. So, yeah, 40C over there, 227 total. I know I'll pay me back, but technically it's more because we will split our logbooks. Raw currency-wise, let's take a little look. 379.5 chaos in total just from raw currency. Obviously, 2 exalts adding up to quite a lot of currency over there. 192, that's with the current rate being 96C each. And then also stacked decks, 1 for 1 at the moment because it's so early in the league. So 124 chaos in stacked decks or 124 stacked decks. Obviously, we're just going to open them because we'll make more money that way, as you well know. Chaos orbs, 24 raw chaos, not that many, just 20 scours. You know, it's not a huge thing for farming currency, but it helps. You do get a bit if you get the right suffixes. So yeah, pretty cool there. 379.5 chaos in total, 444 raw currency drops in total. As for the miscellaneous stuff, essences, I'm not going to take the time listing them all. We have 66, 2 of them are remnants of corruption. Excellence values use them at 54 chaos, so I'll just put 54 chaos. And then we also got an impulses drop from there is a really rare suffix you can get. It's actually very rare. Unique item drops. Well, monsters have a chance to drop unique items. We did get an impulses with a 48% damage roll, which is currently valued at 60C upwards on trade. My overalls aren't too good, so I buy this at the absolute minimum, putting us to 114C in total. Now, there was other things as well, such as map drops and stuff like that. I think I had the map drops on about 3 of them. I got about 10 map drops. I'm not going to list those here because I actually used them while I was just running the maps because I was just sustaining maps anyway. So just bear that in mind. You do get a few map drops as well. They're just not on here. So, as for turnover, profit, and profit in exalts, so, take a guess. Here we go. So, turnover, 2,020 chaos in total. Profit, 1,065, or if you were to convert that into exalts at the current rate, it's 10.94. Over 6 hours, that's pretty good. It's kind of... You don't need a strong character to do this. You need a decent character, but you don't need a strong character. This is kind of, in my opinion, a low investment type, league start type farming strategy. So this is quite a nice thing to do. If you to put this in chaos per hour, it is around 177.5, so almost 2x an hour, just for easy content. It's quite fun. I like Expedition, and then obviously you can reroll Tuition and make a lot more than this per hour as well if you do that. If I were to split the logbooks, the total profit at the moment would be 1,481 chaos or 15.41x. So yeah, it makes a big difference if I was to split all of the logbooks and sell them, because it's effectively just doubling, you know, the potential profit. So 15.41 in total. Overall, good strategy. Lira is probably one of the best regions to farm, especially on a budget right now. So I'm really happy with this. And yeah, as I said, guys, going to be re-rolling for Gwen in the future, getting a Mage Blood, testing the rate out and whatnot. So if you want to see that, hit the sub again. I'll catch you guys next time. Take care.